Anne-Louis Girodet was a French painter and pupil of Jacques-Louis David, who was part of the beginning of the Romantic movement by adding elements of eroticism through his paintings. Girodet is remembered for his precise and clear style and for his paintings of members of the Napoleonic family. Painting in Italy. Girodet was born at Montargis. He lost his parents in early youth and the care of his inheritance and education fell to his guardian M.Trioson, Medecin de Madame, by whom he was in later life adopted and whose surname he took in 1812. He started in school by studying architecture and pursuing a military career. He later changed to the study of painting under a painter named Loiret, before entering the School of David. At the age of 22, he successfully competed for the Prix de Rome, making a name for himself for his painting of the story of Joseph and his brethren. From 1789 to 1793 he lived in Italy, and while in Rome he painted his Hippocrate Refused, Les Presents d'Artaxerxes and Endymion Dormant, work which was praised at the Salon of 1793. Back in France, Girodet painted many portraits, including some of the members of the Napoleon family. In 1806, he exhibited Scène de Déluge, to which was awarded the Decennial Prize. This success was followed up in 1808 by the production of the Reddition de Vienne and Atala au Tombeau, a work which went far to deserve its immense popularity, by a happy choice of subject and remarkable freedom from the theatricality of Girodet's usual manner, which, however, soon returned again in his Le Révolte du Caire. Later life. Girodet was a member of the Academy of Painting and of the Institute of France, a Knight of the Order of St. Michael, and officer of the Legion of Honor. His pupils were Hyacinthe Aubry-Lecomte, Augustin van den Berghe the Younger, François-Édouard Bertin, Angélique Bouillet, Alexandre Marie Collin, Marie-Philippe Coupin de la Couperie, Henry de Caen, Paul-Émile Destuches, Achille de Verrier, Eugene de Verrier, Savinien Edm d'Orgel, Joseph Ferdinand Lancrenon, Antonin Marie Moyne, Jean-Jacques François Monantoy, Henry Bonaventure Minier, Rosalie Renaudin, Johann Heinrich Richter, François Edm Rizwa, Joseph Nicolas Robert Fleury, and Philippe Jacques van Braye. His powers now began to fail, and his habit of working at night and other excesses told upon his constitution. In the Salon of 1812 he exhibited only État de Vierge. In 1819, Pygmalion et Galatea showed a still further decline of strength, and in 1824, the year in which he produced his portraits of Cathalinot and Beauchamps, Girodet died on December 9 in Paris. A sale of his effects was made after his death, and some of his drawings realized enormous prices. Posthumously published work. Girodet produced a vast quantity of illustrations, amongst which may be cited those for the Dido Virgil and for the Louvre scene. 54 of his designs for Anacreon were engraved by M. Chatillon. Girodet wasted much time on literary composition. His poem Nepenthe, together with poor imitations of classical poets, and essays on La Genie and La Grace, were published after his death, with a biographical notice by his friend M. Coupin de la Couperie, and M. de Lecluse, in his Louis David A. Son Temps, has also a brief life of Girodet. Girodet, Romantic Rebel. The Art Institute of Chicago was the first retrospective in the United States devoted to the works of Anne-Louis Girodet de Roussy-Trioson. The exhibition assembled more than 100 seminal works that demonstrated the artist's range as a painter as well as a draftsman. The view on the works. The peculiarities which mark Girodet's position as the herald of the Romantic movement are already evident in his Endymion. He has a decided inclination to the ancient style, and the fullness of statuary is very perceptible in his works, but they are also distinguished for life, nature and beauty. His drawing is correct, and of great precision. His coloring is rich, transparent and harmonious. He works with equal care and genius. He loves to produce effect by strong lights, but they are in unison with the spirit of the pieces. The same incongruity marks Girodet's Danae and his Catracisons, executed for the King of Spain, and shows itself to a ludicrous extent in his Vingel, St. Petersburg, Leuchtenberg collection, executed for Napoleon in 1802. This work unites the defects of the classic and romantic schools. Girodet's imagination ardently and exclusively pursued the ideas excited by a varied reading both of classic and of modern literature, and the impressions which he received from the external world afforded him little stimulus to check. He consequently retained the mannerisms of his master's practice whilst rejecting all restraint on choice of subject. Gallery.